Well, well, well. Folks, far as I can remember, the old 9mm has held its ground as the #1 choice for folks looking to protect themselves, as well as for lawmen and folks in the military. And honestly, there's a darn good reason for that. This round really strikes a nice balance. You get recoil that's easy enough to handle, plenty of punch to stop a threat if you ever need it, and you can fit a whole mess of them in a single magazine. That's why shooters from all walks of life keep gravitating toward it. So today we're taking a good look at the top 10 best-selling 9mm handguns from all around the world. Stick around and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That way you'll always be in the loop when we roll out new reviews and roundups. All right, let's go ahead and start things off with the Walther PDP F Series. Now this one's really made a name for itself when it comes to being easy to use and shoot well. Folks up at Walther have always been known for building guns that just feel right in your hands. But with the PDP F Series, they've really raised the bar even higher. This pistol was put together with folks who have smaller hands in mind, so if you've struggled with those big, bulky full-size handguns, this is a smart, practical choice. Doesn't matter if you're just getting started or you've been hitting the range every weekend for years. This pistol seems to put a smile on just about everybody's face. It's chambered for the 9mm round, and you've got a choice between a 3.5-inch barrel or a 4-inch barrel. Both sizes do a fine job balancing between being easy to tuck away and still giving you good accuracy when it counts. And with the ability to hold 18+1 rounds, you sure aren't giving up any firepower just to get that comfort. What really makes this pistol stand out from the rest is that performance duty trigger. Every time you squeeze it, you get a nice, crisp break with no surprises, just smooth, reliable shooting. That's something both weekend plinkers and competitive shooters can appreciate, and it's made this gun a go-to choice for a lot of folks. Another handy feature is what they call the Super Terrain Slide Serrations. That's just a fancy way of saying you can get a solid grip on the slide, even if your hands are wet or you're out in the rain. Add in Walther's famous grip design, which seems to mold itself right to your hand, and you've got yourself a pistol that's ready for just about anything. Plus, it comes red dot ready straight out of the box, so whether you're looking for a self-defense piece, something to practice with at the range, or even a good entry-level competition gun, this one's worth a hard look. And with a price tag sitting around $650, you're getting top-shelf performance without having to empty your wallet. If that sounds good to you, stick around. We're about to talk about a pistol that shook up the whole industry with its modular design. It's a favorite among seasoned pros and weekend shooters alike, showing everybody what real flexibility in a sidearm looks like. All right, now let's take a closer look at the Taurus G3C. This little pistol is a real gem for anyone wanting solid reliability without having to drain their savings. Taurus used to be known mostly as a bargain brand, but in recent years, they've really stepped up their game. And the G3C is proof they can play with the big dogs. This compact shooter is chambered for the 9mm, and it's built off the success of the full-size G3, but in a handier, more carry-friendly package. Don't let the smaller size fool you, though it holds 12+1 rounds, so you're still getting plenty of firepower for a pistol this easy to tote around. Weighing in at just 22 ounces, it's light as a feather, whether you're packing it inside your waistband or just tossing it in your range bag for the day. One thing Taurus really did right with the G3C is the trigger setup. It's got a smooth single-action pull with a quick reset, so double taps and fast follow-up shots come easy, even if you're new to shooting. Add in the new rougher grip texture, and this pistol stays glued to your hands even after you've been sending rounds downrange all afternoon. Back in 2022, Guns and Ammo called the G3C the best budget-friendly carry gun that doesn't make you sacrifice quality, and that praise has stuck with it. You'll even spot it in some of those lower-budget action movies nowadays, which just adds to its reputation as a tough, get-the-job-done kind of sidearm. There are plenty of other features to like, too. It's got a tactile loaded chamber indicator and a manual thumb safety, so folks who want some extra peace of mind, maybe you like seeing and feeling those safety cues, will feel right at home. The compact frame and user-friendly grip make it a great pick for folks with smaller hands or anybody who doesn't want to wrestle with a heavy gun, including seniors. But the real kicker is the price. For right around $300, you're picking up a reliable, easy-to-use 9mm that's hard to beat in its class. Whether you're buying your very first handgun or just want something dependable as a backup, the G3C checks all the boxes without cutting corners. Stick with us because next up we're heading into the world of modern classics where rugged reliability and worldwide recognition go hand in hand. Now, let's talk about the Springfield Armory Hellcat, a pistol that's made a whole lot of noise since it hit the shelves. This little micro-compact is a real marvel, setting the bar for deep concealment pistols. Since it first showed up, the Hellcat has been winning over folks by squeezing a surprising number of rounds and a bunch of fancy features into a lightweight, easy-to-carry package. Like the others, it's chambered for the tried-and-true 9mm. Right out of the box, the Hellcat comes with a magazine that holds 13+1. And if you want just a touch more, you can get an extended mag that bumps you up to 15+1. That's more rounds than a lot of those full-sized pistols hold, all packed into a gun that tips the scales at only 18.3 ounces. So you get a whole lot of performance without weighing down your belt. One thing folks really like about the Hellcat is the frame with Springfield's adaptive grip texture. That fancy texture is made to keep the gun locked in your hand, no matter if your hands are dry, sweaty, or even if you're wearing gloves. Combine that with its low-bore axis, and you'll notice the muzzle doesn't kick up near as much, giving you better control on every shot. The trigger's nice and crisp, and the slide cycle's like butter. It's just plain fun to shoot. A big win for the Hellcat is its optics-ready slide. You can slap a red dot sight on it right from the get-go, which is a real bonus for folks who want to get on target quicker or just love having the latest and greatest gadgets on their carry gun. Springfield clearly put a lot of thought into making the Hellcat practical for real-world use. They blended comfort, solid control, and modern tech without leaving anything out. With a starting price around $600, you get premium-level performance in a tiny, tough-as-nails pistol. It's no wonder this little gun is flying off the shelves and is one of the hottest sellers in the micro-compact market today. Taking the next spot on our list is the FN 509 Tactical, a real powerhouse that was built with the battlefield in mind. FN Herstal has been making guns for the military and law enforcement for decades, and you can sure see that experience shine through in this pistol. The 509 Tactical is a perfect example of why folks in uniform and those who know their way around a gun have so much respect for the FN name. Whether you're looking to compete, defend your home, or get out there and do some serious work, this pistol's ready to handle just about anything you throw at it. It runs on the 9mm round, and the standard mag holds 17+1. But FN doesn't stop there. They toss in extended magazines that bump you all the way up to 24+1. That's a whole lot of firepower, more than enough to handle just about any situation that might come your way. But this pistol isn't just about stuffing a bunch of rounds into a mag. The barrel comes threaded and ready for a suppressor right out of the box, which makes it one of the most versatile pistols out there for folks who like to shoot quietly. FN also built in their special low-profile optics mounting system, so you can slap a red dot right on top without having to mess with the rear sight. They even include a handful of adapter plates in the box, so you've got options no matter what optic you run. Just set it up how you like. Even though it's built tough and meant for hard use, the 509 Tactical feels good in the hand. The aggressive grip texture means you'll keep a solid hold, rain or shine, and the flat-face trigger gives you a crisp, clean break every time you pull it. It does weigh a little more than your average carry gun, but that extra heft helps soak up recoil, making it a smooth, easy shooter even during long-range days. This pistol was originally FN's entry for the U.S. Army's Modular Handgun System contract. Now, it didn't end up taking the win, but it sure did make a big impression. Plenty of shooters have fallen in love with it, and between its military roots and all those appearances in action flicks like The Equalizer and a pile of tactical reviews on YouTube, it's earned a solid following. At a price tag right around $900, it's definitely at the higher end of the spectrum. But if you want a pistol that brings real-deal performance and battlefield-level durability, the FN 509 Tactical is worth every penny. Now let's talk about the Sig Sauer P320. If you spend any time around folks who know their firearms, that name will ring a bell right away. This pistol made a splash thanks to its modular fire control unit, which is just a fancy way of saying you can swap out the frame, slide, and even the caliber without a whole lot of fuss. It's a real dream come true for anyone who likes to tinker or wants a gun that can be set up just the way they like it for different situations. You can get the P320 chambered for 9mm, and there's a version for just about everyone, from big, full-size duty pistols to compact models that are easier to carry every day. The standard mag holds 17 plus 1 rounds, so you're not left short on firepower, whether you're defending your home or need something solid for work. One thing that really sets the P320 apart is its smooth striker fired trigger. Every time you pull it, you get a clean, steady break, which is something shooters really appreciate. It's got easy-to-manage recoil and cycles smoothly shot after shot, making it a real pleasure to shoot whether you're dialing in at the range or counting on it when things get serious. The compact version, especially, has won a lot of folks over who want something they can conceal without giving up too much in the power department. It's ready for an optic right out of the box, so if you want to mount a red dot for quicker target picking and faster follow-up shots, it's no problem at all. Another big reason folks put their trust in the P320 is its reputation for being tough and dependable. This pistol's in service with military and police all over the world, including our own United States Army, which uses it as the foundation for their M17 sidearms. That sort of track record means a lot when you're picking out a gun you might have to count on one day. You'll even see the P320 popping up in TV shows like SEAL Team and The Terminal List. And top shooters like Max Michel run these in competitions, always bragging on how easy it is to customize and how well it runs under pressure. For about $600, you're getting a pistol packed with features and flexibility, which is a solid deal if you want something that can grow and change right along with your needs. But hey, if these price tags are making you sweat a little, don't start worrying yet. Coming up next, we've got an option that proves you don't have to break the bank to get yourself a high-performing 9mm. So stick with us. Next up, we're shining a light on a wallet-friendly pistol that throws a punch way above its weight. Now landing in this spot is the Glock 17, Generation 5, a real legend that's been holding the top spot in the handgun world for more than 30 years. The original Glock 17 shook things up back in the 1980s, ushering in the age of polymer-framed pistols and changing how folks thought about sidearms. Fast forward to today, and the Gen 5 keeps that legacy alive with a bunch of smart upgrades that make it just as relevant now as it was back then. No matter if you're strapping it on for duty, keeping it close for home defense, or heading out for some competition shooting, the Glock 17 Gen 5 is about as rock solid as they come. It packs 17 plus 1 rounds, giving you all the firepower you expect from a full-size pistol. And then some. One of the biggest changes in this new generation is the Glock Marksman barrel. With tighter rifling, you get noticeably better accuracy, and most folks can tell right away, especially when you start stretching out the distance on the range. Your groups get tighter, and your confidence goes up right along with them. Glock also did away with those old finger grooves on the grip, which might seem like a small thing, but it really makes a difference. Now the grip fits a whole range of hand sizes, making it more comfortable for just about anybody who picks it up. Plus, there's an ambidextrous slide stop lever, so lefties aren't left out in the cold either. But what Glock is most famous for, what's made them a household name, is that legendary reliability. The Gen 5 is built to keep running no matter what you throw at it: rain, snow, mud, sand, or sweat. It chews through every kind of ammo, from cheap plinking rounds to the hotter defensive loads, without missing a beat. Simple, dependable, and always ready when you need it. With a price tag sitting around $700, the Glock 17 Gen 5 gives you a ton of value in a full-size duty pistol. And let's not forget how these guns have become pop culture staples. The original Glock 17 showed up in classics like Speed, Pulp Fiction, and The Fugitive. Nowadays, you'll catch the Gen 5 in TV shows like Blue Bloods and Chicago PD, and in 2024, Recoil magazine even crowned it the best full-size duty pistol of the year. But if you think the Glock 17 Gen 5 is the backbone of reliability, just wait, our #1 pick is a real masterpiece. It takes everything you love about classic heritage and brings it roaring into the future, blending style and performance in a way you've got to see to believe. Now, here's a pistol that hardly needs an introduction, the Glock 19, Generation 5. Folks just about everywhere know this one, and for good reason. It's what many folks call the Goldilocks pistol in Glock's lineup. Not too big, not too small, just right for about any purpose you can imagine. Whether you're carrying it on duty, keeping it handy in your nightstand, or tucking it inside your waistband for daily carry, the Glock 19 feels right at home. Chambered for the trusty 9mm, the Gen 5 version holds 15 plus 1 rounds and comes packed with some real smart upgrades. One of the biggest improvements is the Glock Marksman barrel. That's Glock's way of saying they've given the barrel better rifling, which means you'll notice tighter groups and better accuracy, whether you're punching paper at the range or dealing with a high-stress situation. Another crowd pleaser is the change to the grip. Glock went ahead and got rid of those finger grooves, so now the handle feels comfortable for just about anyone, no matter the size of your paws. Plus, they added an ambidextrous slide stop lever, so lefties get some love too, while still keeping that famously simple, no-nonsense Glock design. When it comes to reliability, the Glock 19 is still the standard everyone else tries to match. This pistol just keeps on running, even in the worst conditions, whether you're training out in the pouring rain, sweating it out at a dusty range, or running all sorts of ammo through it. You can count on it to go bang every time. Price-wise, you're looking at about $700 for the Gen 5 Glock 19. Sure, it ain't the cheapest gun on the shelf, but considering how dependable and easy to use it is, most folks agree it's worth every penny. If you appreciate tried and true classics that just plain work, this pistol definitely belongs on your shortlist. But maybe you're after something a little easier to tote around, but still want plenty of rounds on tap. Don't go anywhere, our next pick delivers exactly that in spades. Let's shift gears and shine a light on the CZ P10C, a pistol that really nails the sweet spot between accuracy, comfort, and good old reliability. If you've ever handled a CZ, you know they take pride in their work, paying close attention to every little detail. The P10C is no exception, and some folks would even say it goes above and beyond what they expected. This is one of those pistols that feels better the more you use it. Thanks to its smart design and top-notch ergonomics, the P10C seems to mold right into your grip, making long shooting sessions a breeze. Chambered in 9mm with a 15 plus 1 round capacity, it lands squarely in the ring with heavy hitters like the Glock 19. But here's where the CZ P10C really stands out the trigger. A lot of shooters will tell you it's one of the best striker-fired triggers you can find on any production pistol. It's got a clean, crisp break, a clear reset you can actually feel, and a short travel that makes fast, follow-up shots feel like second nature. If you care about shooting with real precision and keeping your control shot after shot, this trigger alone is reason enough to take a hard look. You might not see the P10C stealing the show in blockbuster movies, but it's built up a loyal following among folks who know their guns. Plus, it's made a name for itself in the gaming world, showing up in titles like Call of Duty and Escape from Tarkov, which has introduced a whole new wave of shooters to just how capable this pistol is in real life. When it comes to function, you'll notice the ultra-low bore axis right away. It helps keep recoil and muzzle rise down to a minimum. Combine that with some aggressive grip texturing and swappable backstraps, and you've got a gun that stays put in your hand no matter its size. The grip's got a little palm swell and a generous beaver tail, so it feels like it was made just for you, whether you're shooting all afternoon or just running a few quick drills. Night sights come standard, and the price comes in just shy of $500, which is a real bargain considering how much gun you're getting. Whether you're carrying every day, looking for a solid home defense piece, or just want a reliable companion at the range, the CZ P10C brings a whole lot to the table for less than you'd expect. Next up is the Sig Sauer P320 X Macro, and let me tell you, this little pistol has truly shaken up the concealed carry world. When Sig first rolled out the original P365, it turned heads by cramming way more rounds into a tiny package than anyone thought possible. But the X Macro takes things even further, bringing together features that most shooters never dreamed they'd find in something this slim and easy to hide. The real showstopper here is the 17 plus 1 capacity. Yep, you heard that right, 17 rounds in a micro compact pistol. Sig managed this by stretching the grip just a hair and coming up with new slim magazines that hold as much as most full-size duty pistols. Even with all that firepower, the profile stays slender and lightweight, so you don't have to worry about printing or dragging around a brick in your waistband. For folks who want big capacity without the bulk, the X Macro is about as close to perfect as it gets. One of the standout features is the built-in compensator cut right into the slide. This little addition tames muzzle rise and softens up recoil, letting you shoot faster and keep shots on target when you're running quick strings or double taps. Match that with Sig's crisp, flat-face trigger, and you're holding a pistol that's both precise and easy to handle, all in a package that disappears under a t-shirt. The slide's optics ready right out of the box, so you can toss on your favorite red dot without any fuss. And there's even an accessory rail if you want to add a light or laser. All these touches make the X Macro one of the most versatile and customizable everyday carry options out there, hands down. Now, while the X Macro itself hasn't made a splash in Hollywood just yet, the original P365 has already shown up on TV, like in Queen of the South, and even got a nod from Forbes. And pro shooter Lena Mikulek has given the X Macro high praise for nailing that sweet spot between concealability and capacity. With a price tag right around $850, it's not the cheapest pistol out there. But for what you're getting, it's a rock-solid investment, especially if you want the best of both worlds in your carry gun. If you ask me, in the world of concealed carry, this little Sig is leading the pack. But if you think the X Macro is impressive, hang on to your hat. Coming up next is a true global legend, a pistol trusted for generations and famous for never letting its owner down. And finally, taking the top spot is the Beretta 92X Performance, a pistol that doesn't just get the job done, it makes a statement every time you pick it up. This beauty is the next step in one of the most famous handgun designs ever made, where old-school Italian style meets the best of modern engineering. Chambered in 9mm and holding 15+1 rounds, the 92X Performance is a true all-steel powerhouse. It was built with competition in mind, but it's just as happy doing home defense duty or making range days a real treat. All that steel gives it some serious heft, but instead of being a burden, that extra weight works for you soaking up recoil and keeping the muzzle down for smoother shooting and lightning fast follow-up shots. Right out of the box, this pistol is ready for fine-tuning. It comes with an adjustable rear sight and an optics-ready slide, so you can set it up exactly how you like. Whether you're an iron sights purist or want to toss on a red dot, the 92X Performance is ready to roll either way. But what really makes this Beretta shine is the attention to detail. Everything about it, the high-precision machining, the butter-smooth trigger, and the all-metal construction just screams quality. It feels downright rich in your hand, and that's why it's trusted by serious shooters and top-tier competitors across the country. The original 92 series has been a movie star in its own right, showing up in classics like Lethal Weapon, Die Hard, and just about every action flick you can name. This new 92X Performance carries that Hollywood legacy into the future, pairing show-stopping looks with next-level function. It's been given the nod by folks at American Rifleman and has racked up praise on the competition circuit for its crisp, clean trigger and rock-solid build. Sure, it's sitting up there at the top end of the price range, right around $1,300. But if you're the type who wants the best of the best, it's worth every last penny. The 92X Performance proves you don't have to pick between good looks and top-tier function. You can have the best of both worlds, no compromises needed. And there you have it, folks, our rundown of the top 10 best-selling 9mm pistols for 2025. Which one's at the top of your list? Go ahead and give that like button a tap, drop your thoughts down in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe if you want more honest, down-to-earth reviews from folks who love talking guns as much as you do. If you're hungry for more deep dives and straight shooting advice, just click the link you see on the screen right now for more breakdowns like this one. Till we meet again, stay safe out there, keep your wits about you, and as always, shoot straight and true.